because the election in Anambra State, slated for the 8th of November 2025, is getting a lot of attention. This time around, there are those in the opposition in the state who are alleging that there are some malpractices going on. There is a political party, the Young People's Party, the YPP, who have come out to say there is vote buying going on. And the allegation is against Governor Charles Soludo, the candidate of APGA and the governor of Anambra State. The YPP, in a petition raised to the Independent National Electoral Commission and the IGP, stating that there is a blatant and open display of gift to the fact that the government has engaged in an act of voter inducement during the last election by paying each ward a sum of 500,000 naira and promising to increase it to 1 million naira and 10 million naira for every ward and LGA respectively. That it's able to deliver the most votes for APGA in the forthcoming Anambra State governorship election. And they are saying that this is a blatant and direct violation of the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022, Section 121, Sub 1. Let's speak with the man who signed up on that, who is the national chairman of the Young Progressives Party, YPP, Bishop Amakuri, who is live for us here in our studio. Thanks so much, Mr. Amakuri, for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank God you've just corrected yourself.
Young
I don't know why people
Party.
always like calling us Young People's Party.
Yeah. Young Progressives Party.
Yes,
Yeah. One needs to be able to be in the right frame of mind to be able to carry along all of these acronyms and so just.
But we've been around, for quite.
You've tried. So you've had a senator. You've had.
We've won virtually almost all the elections, apart from governorship and president.
Let's go.
We've won all the elections.
Yeah. The one that you are particular, because there are those who will say you should focus on campaign. But now you are going after Chukuma Soludo, and you are alleging that there is engaged in vote buying.
No, you see, when matters like this that are national issues, it doesn't matter who is the person involved. We just need to deal with the issues squarely the way it's supposed to be dealt with. And the reason why we are raising an eyebrow is the fact that if it were to be the other side of the coin, let's say, for example, if there to be the candidate of Young Progressives Party that has made such utterances, okay, maybe by now it will have been a different ball game. But you see, Sean, if we don't deal with these issues squarely, maybe that is the reason why I think this immunity that these governors enjoy is the reason why most of them, they run amok. Nobody can control them. They are like demigods in their states. Right? Because I don't see the reason why we cannot even just for us to comply or to obey the laws of the land. You have just read out something there, what the Electoral Act says. Section 121, 1, A, B, C, D, down to it. It was explicit there. So now, your definition and the allegation against Governor Soludo. Yeah.
You made reference to the last election.
Yeah, that's the by-election.
Yeah.
The by-election.
Yeah, but what about, because if you are alleging vote buying ahead of this election, you are raising...
I'm not alleging, it's what he said in the public, in the campaign. It's what he said. He has mentioned that wards, you can imagine you have 326 wards in Anambra. And then he's saying any ward that gets the highest vote, that win, right, is going to get a 1 million naira. Sum that 1 million times 326. That gives you 226 million, from the taxpayers' money. You are already keeping that money to do. And he's saying local government, we have 21 local governments in Anambra State. He's saying any local government that also, gets the highest number of votes will be given 5 million. Now, times 5 times 21, it will give you 105 million. You put all together, it's giving close to almost 500 million. So that's why I say, you see, I think...
What purpose did he say this money is for?
For electoral inducement.
Did he say electoral inducement? Did he mention the purpose? Is
it
for development?
Look, a man, let me tell you, if you are a governor in a state and you have performed, immensely well, right? You don't need to make such utterances. Let the statistics speak for you, or let the record.
Has it done it?
If he has done what?
Has he done it? You are alleging that is involved in vote buying.
The fact that he even mentioned that, you are already preparing somebody. It's like me coming to us telling you that Shehu, tomorrow be prepared. I'm going to fight you. Let us even assume that I'm not going to fight. I've put some fear in you.
So, and you are
when we say electoral inducement
in your petition, Bishop Amakuri, you're quoting section 121, sub 1 of the Electoral Act, which reads, according to what you quoted here, says, quote, a person who directly or indirectly by himself or by any other person on his behalf corruptly makes any gift, loan, offer, promise, procurement, or agreement to or for any person in order to induce such person to procure or to endeavor to procure the return of any candidate at any election, commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a fine,
500
on imprisonment, or both.
Yes.
Furthermore, section 1212 says a voter who accepts or takes such inducement also commits an offense and is liable to a fine or imprisonment.
Absolutely. So you see, that's why now we are worried about this. Because we feel that elections should no more longer be a thing of procurement, where people rig election into offices. This is a man who promised a Taiwan for Anambra. This is a man who has promised a Dubai for Anambra. All in this. Go to Anambra today. Where is the Taiwan that he has promised? That's why I said, Sean, I will even use this opportunity. I think I will be suggesting to the National Assembly, if we can create a GCC commission, Governance Caretaker Commission, where we can have such a commission in the whole 36 states, where the incumbent governors should resign from office 1 month before election, so that they will not have that immunity, okay? And then you set up a caretaker commission, governance commission, where somebody, because governance is a continuous, somebody has to be there, to cover the loophole. And when you go to the field, so that you now become also, you also become someone who does not have any powers. There's no any powers around you that you use as against the other, opponent.
But the law is that you cannot take any armed police or protection to the polling unit on the day of the election.
You are talking about it. We are speaking like as if you're an energy. Are we not here? We see ADCs, the AD camps of the serving governors or whatever. In fact, they go there with even convoy, with sarin, intimidating people. So I feel that we should have such a commission that can deal with this issue.
I mean, that those who will say, look, you and your party and the rest of you are just afraid of Soludo.
No, why should I look?
That his popularity, you see, his campaign, and how people are trooping out for him, and that your fear is that he's going to beat some of you, and that's what you're worried about.
Let me tell you today, if Soludo is not in power, if he's not in power, with the present record of his performance in Anambra, if he's not in power and he's not using the power of incumbency, he cannot beat the YPP candidate.
Really? Who is the YPP candidate?
You don't know?
I'm asking.
Paul Chukwuma.
Oh. And he's more popular than
Go to Anambra,
Soludo.
just go and see. We have been campaigning down to the grassroots. Down to the grassroots, all the 21 local governments. Look, if we want to be serious in this country, I think we should take some very painstaking decision. Because we need to come with a very reformative ideas that will give this country a more befitting kind of electoral process. Otherwise, we will just
be
going around one cycle.
You petition Governor Soludo to the IG and also to INEC.
Yeah.
What are your intentions? What are you aiming to achieve?
Well, my intention now is, number one, I know that obviously he's enjoying immunity, and maybe possibly he might not actually.
It cannot be prosecuted.
It cannot be prosecuted. at the moment, and that's the reason why I'm calling for this GCC commission, governance caretaker commission.
Which cannot happen now.
Well, it can't happen now, but I'm saying if we are serious in our country.
Does this letter you have written, is this more valuable than a tissue paper, a toilet tissue paper, in terms of the real essence of it, beyond the fact that you have raised an allegation, but in the reality, what is the value?
Well,
if
it has no value, maybe you wouldn't have called my attention to come and throw more light on it.
I'm saying that in reality, you may have a valid argument.
Yes.
But in reality, you have said...
Posterity is going
so you raise this for posterity. You know nothing can happen, right?
Maybe because of the system, but in a system where... and one of the constraints is the fact that governors enjoy immunity. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you that if it were to be a YPP candidate or any other candidate that had made such comment, by now, they would have used that against the candidates. I tell you, maybe by now, maybe they would have been going to see our candidate maybe in the cell or somewhere, defending himself of why he made such utterances. So, but, however, I think one of the reasons why we also put this petition forward was to call the attention of the INEC chairman, the new INEC chairman. This could be a litmus test for him, that he should also caution his presiding officer, that is the POs in the polling unit, with the security agency. And the reason why we also petitioned the IG is to also, for the IG, to also call, on his security, personnel to do justice to this. They must be in their satellite in the forthcoming election in Anambra, where they must ensure there is nothing like vote buying in that election. And I can assure you that without vote buying, there is no way a Soludo can return to power.
Give me a moment. Who is afraid of Soludo? YPP, Paul Chukuma, or who else? They are alleging vote buying. Is Chukuma Soludo really inducing voters in Anambra State ahead of the governorship election? This is the allegation, or the allegations being raised by the YPP and its leadership. We'll be right back to wrap this up after this break. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Comrade Bishop Amakuri is the national chairman of the YPP, and the party alleging that ABGA and Governor Soludo are involved in vote buying and inducement of voters towards the governorship election in Anambra State on the 8th of November. Bishop Amakuri, so that we can wrap up this conversation. You look at it, there are those who say, no matter what, it does look like Soludo is coasting home and he might just win this election. But the man does not seem given. You said you heard him. Maybe there will be a change of mind.
Change of mind where? When he has, you see, when people work with the mindset of people, I think they have continued to take advantage of some of the citizens, especially those who go to vote. The strategy has been working for them, the inducement strategy, vote buying. It's been working for them. For example, and I give you an example, the by-election that took place August 16, I was in Anambra. I spent almost 2 weeks, right? And all our agents in the polling units were received after the election all the reports. Most of them, about 85–90% of them, their complaints were there were massive vote buying and intimidation. So how do you call that one a victory for somebody who muzzled his way into power? You call it a victory? So the people, and most times the people continue to tell you Nigerians are hungry and there is hunger in the land. And that's the reason why people cannot actually, reject the 5,000 or 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, whatever you call it, to cast their vote for president. So look, until we begin. See, I think we need to empower the POs in the polling units in conjunction with the security agencies that are attached to these presiding officers, that if there is any situation like that where a report is made by the security personnel attached to them in that polling unit, where they find somebody buying vote or selling vote, that vote should be cancelled.
So what would you now do? What options do you have available to you now?
Well, we have raised the alarm, and then I think that the security agencies also should take this serious, because we're talking about our country. It's not just about a YPP. Yeah, okay. So we have raised the alarm, and we are in, by the grace of God, we're in the race, firm, and we know that we're going to coast to victory. We're going to win that election.
Bishop,
forget about whatever inducements the Soludo
Bishop Amakuri is the national
performance is there. He has not performed.
YPP. Thank you so much indeed for your time tonight. That's our show for today, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Wakimale. God bless Nigeria.